Hi guys, sorry, seem to be having technical difficulties. That is why we are a bit late. We're going to hopefully get this sorted as the show is going on, but bear with us.
Welcome to The Other Dimension with the team Damon Penny, Ben Winfield, and Louisa Brown. We guide you through the supernatural, the occult, and the unexplained, answering questions that will make you question your grip of reality, with special guests guiding you through everything from demons to divination, cryptids to crystals, religion to skeptics. We explore in depth the true meaning of the unexplained. So strap in, kick back, and enjoy as we enter the other dimension.
Hello guys and girls, how are we all doing? I've just realised my beard is split in the middle for some bizarre reason. How are we all today? We are having a little bit of a technical difficulty at the minute. We're trying to get Wild Bill on as we always do, but as between me and him, there's always technical difficulties because neither of us are that good with technology. So hopefully he'll be joining us soon. I am currently just trying to remember how to post onto another group. So you'll have to bear with me, guys, because like I said, we all know I'm a bit stupid with technology. And for some reason, my phone is designed to freeze at the minute. So hopefully it all goes good. So I am hoping you're all having a good evening. For those of you out in America, I hope it's all good. For those of you around the rest of the world, I hope it is a brilliant time. For the guys in the UK, the weather has gone crap. So that's normal for us, let's face it. We know this. Ben might have just figured out how to do this technology. I highly doubt it. Well, here goes. So, like I say, guys, give us a couple of seconds while we try and figure out all the technical hitches. I'm going to share this to the group. And there we go. See, Lou has come to the rescue, guys. We all know she's here.
I'm here.
Yes. So hopefully I've sorted that out. Yep. She sighs down my ear because she knows I'm bloody useless with
You're not
technology.
useless.
Yes, I am.
No,
we know I'm
You're
useless
not
with technology.
useless. No, you're fine.
What's
What
not
won't you
sure?
do?
I don't know.
Have you
Anyway,
shared it
guys.
to the group?
Yes, I've shared it to the group. I believe I've shared it to the group. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
You believe you've done it. We believe you've done it.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Beautiful. He thinks.
Oh God.
Yes, done it. Hey. But yes, guys. I completely lost what I said because we're trying to sort this difficult pain in the arse thing out. I need to invite Bill back, so invite that. Copy that. Guys, bear with me. And paste that. Done. Send. Bang. And we're back. Right. Hopefully everyone is looking forward to Christmas.
And having a good Yule.
And having a good Yule, yeah. There's those people celebrating Yule tonight. There's people that were celebrating solstice as well.
Some people just celebrating finishing work.
Yeah, there is.
They don't have anything else. They're just happy to be finished work.
Yeah. I think we're finishing on Friday. Everyone's just like, yes, at last.
Why have you got the occult history and science?
I have no idea. I didn't even notice that till Lou's pointed that out.
Did you press the right?
I don't know.
Right intro.
Yeah. Play the other day. Oh. And the dog's off again. Gotta love Christmas. So, guys, before I say anything else, obviously we're going to be having our break, so you will not see us. You may see a little bit of us, don't know, until we come back in the new year, round about January. Well, it will be January time.
Oh my God.
Sorry, guys, I've been at work, so my brain is.
You had a half day.
Yes, half a day of stress. Right.
Getting locked in a toilet.
Yes, yeah, I got locked in the toilet at work. For everyone that fancies a laugh, it took everyone half an hour to realise I was locked in the toilet due to the fact of my new job. I work as a fabricator, and there was grinders going off, there was blowtorches going off, there was heavy machinery going off. No one could hear me banging on the door or shouting at anyone to come and actually open the door. It then took 3 of them to try and figure out how to get the door unlocked, and eventually we just put the door through. So yeah, that's been my turn. Luckily, I'm not claustrophobic. But yeah, that's been it's been an interesting day. But for those of you who are here, hello Natasha, nice of you to join us as always. Hello Bass, nice of you to join us. I believe you're new. Welcome to the mayhem and just chaos that it is. Hello Fiona, nice to see you. It's been a while. Bass, I did laugh. Had a laugh. I definitely had a laugh. Yeah, we all did. Jesus Christ, it was just it was just funny. It was funny. It was a nightmare, but it was funny. But yes.
So do you believe it was spiritual interference that locked you in?
I have no idea. Our workplace is a little bit interesting, but there is some. In fact, my boss has sent me a video that I'm going to put up for you guys to determine what you think of it, because he even debunks it whilst he's there watching it, and it'd be interesting to get people's view on it. But yeah, it's been that sort of a day. The thing was, the door is literally just what known as like a honeycomb door. It's just 2 very ridiculously thin pieces of like plywood and then cardboard in the middle. Oh god. Sorry guys, the dogs are literally having a hyper moment. Yeah, as always, any paranormal questions, fire them up, guys.
He wants to have seen these. He was upstairs when I was just upstairs. He's only zoomies around the bedroom.
Psychotic dogs. Yes. As you can probably tell, tonight's show we're on a wind down because we are going to go from here. We're going to go and join Zara and Zara even. She's going to beat me with a stick later for Yule, and we're going to get, well, one of us is going to get very drunk and eat food, and I am designated driver because I don't drink anymore, which is fine by me. But yes, so people that are new here, any paranormal questions, please feel free to put them up and we will answer them. So yeah, that is pretty much rounded up, I believe, everything I wanted to kind of say. So, like I said, we're still waiting on Wild Bill, bless him. I don't know if he's sorting his technical problems out. Hopefully he does. But in the meantime, do you have anything you want to say about Christmas or this year in general?
I was gonna talk about some of the traditions and history of Yule and stuff.
Ironically,
using my phone, and my information is on my phone.
Oh, bugger. Right. I'll watch some magic tricks here. After a quick introduction to Yule. Right.
Yeah, I did have a thing. I can't remember the website.
Guys, you're going to have to bear with me because I'm going to have to do something really technical here and it might hurt your ears, so I apologise.
No, don't worry, it's fine.
No. This is going to be some interesting magic trick. Because I'm going to do that. There.
No. Oh,
crap. That ends that one. Sorry, guys. I did apologise about the sound. It was a quick jump over and a different device. Again, anyone that's watching that back, I apologise in advance. And everyone's ears, I apologise in advance. We did have Wild Bill. He has gone. I don't know. I did see him there. Yes.
So yeah. I was going to talk about, the 12 days of Yule. I was going to write it out in notes, but I just didn't have time. So we're just going to go from the page. Okay, so the word Yule is the Anglicized form of the Norse word Yule or Yol. The name from the midwinter festival oriented around the shortest day of the year, which is the Northern Hemisphere's winter solstice. For the people of Germania, Scandinavia, and Anglo-Saxon England, understanding the cycle. Sorry, I've just literally been driving around. I've got back like 2 minutes before the show started, so I'm not quite in the zone yet. So understanding the cycles of nature and the sun in particular was critical to survival, and celebrating the winter solstice is an ancient pagan tradition predating Christianity by several thousand years. The word solstice derived from the Latin sol, meaning sun, and sister, meaning to stand still, refers to the point at which the sun stops to change its direction, having reached the furthest extent of its north-south traverse. During Yuletide, the Nordic peoples celebrated the return of the sun as the days began to grow longer again. Really, dog?
Do you have
Um, as a period of she can't she getting legs. No, it's not too bad. It's the legs are too short. Oh, I've got the other one now. As the period of rebirth, they also commemorated the dead and offered sacrifices for fertility, hoping for a good harvest in the year ahead.
Yes, we have an offering of sacrifice.
The Yuletide festivities are understood to have taken place over at least 3 days and involved slaughtering animals for the feast, gorging on food, especially meat, and drinking to excess, with singing and good cheer. During Yuletide, no work was done and quarrels or fights were set aside so that the period could be kept holy. Gradually, Yuletide was extended to span a full 12 days and nights, blending several other traditions. The 12 days between the winter solstice and the beginning of the next solar year were considered sacred periods, belonging neither to the old year nor the new year. These are the days of least sunlight, and the Celts believed that the sun stood still for 12 days, so they lit fires to conquer the darkness and banish evil spirits. The Druids are believed to have created the tradition of the Yule log, a bough of a large tree that was kept burning continuously for the 12 days between the solstice and the start of the solar year. Remnants of the previous year's log were used to start the fire. In effect, the light was kept throughout the year and ensured continuity of good luck from year to year, from family to family, and from generation to generation. The first day of Yule, which is around December 20th or 21st, is known as Mother's Night, and celebrations honour feminine ancestors and goddesses, the mother figures. The second day of Yule is known as the Wild Hunt. This is the night of the solstice when Odin, as god of death and transition, rode through the sky, accompanied by furious winds, thunder, and lightning, collecting the souls of the dead. People stayed indoors feasting, not venturing out for fear they might be swept up by the hunt.
Technically exactly what's going on in the UK at the minute with really bad weather.
The 12th night, December 31st, brings the festivities to a close and is associated with wassailing, the wishing of good health in song, and the drinking of wassail, a warm alcoholic concoction, which in more recent times has become a Christmas tradition of carol singing and the drinking of mulled wine.
You like mulled wine, don't you?
I like mulled wine. What?
I have to keep the house stocked over Christmas and mulled wine.
Well, we've got it stocked more than mulled wine at the moment, haven't we? We've got all that Prosecco. During these 12 days of celebration, there was lots of close family contact, with each day seen as representing one of the 12 months of the year. With the return of longer days and the ending of the solar year, they celebrated the start of another cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It was also a period of reflection, and some traditions assigned individual days to focus on one of the 9 noble virtues from Norse religion, considered to form a spiritual law and moral code by which one should live today. Do you want me to go on?
Thank you.
Oh, no problem for me.
Hi, Craig.
What's up?
Nice to see you. Good. We've got Craig here. The demonologist, the demonology lectures are going to be starting again at Stoke Museum. Hopefully this year we're going to try and do one every month. January has sold out, I believe, and I believe February is sold out. Not sure, but we are going to be, like I said, we're going to try and put on one every single month. I'm hopefully going to try and start some other stuff up there as well with Craig. And just go check out the Haunted Museum Stoke-on-Trent because it is massive. It's become a really big thing, and they have done immaculate work. Craig and Gemma have literally slogged their absolute arses off getting that place brilliant. And on top of that, guys, if you're massive horror fans, go check out the horror museum as well. That is their other like project as well. Is their other baby, and that place is absolutely amazing. We haven't had a chance to go yet ourselves, but I've seen the work and effort Craig has put in, and it is one hell of a brilliant place. Along with, I think they're called Legion. I may be wrong.
Okay.
I'll be impressed if I'm. That'll be the first time I've ever been right. They are absolutely amazing team, and I'd like to come up and have a go, but I can be a bit skittish when it comes to people jumping.
Yeah, you'd have to do it without the scare actors.
Yeah, not that it. That's it. Central League Horror.
Central Legion.
Brilliant guys, absolutely awesome. Go do it. But yeah, I'd have to wander around without them due to the fact that the last time I had a
bit twitchy.
Yeah, I got a bit twitchy. The last jump scare I had was at Warwick Castle, and the guy had to kind of be taken to A&E because I kind of broke his nose. Not intentionally. Right, so I'm gonna get an advert for taxi car. It wasn't intentionally. I just if I get my jump, I react to it too quick. I don't think before I react. There you go. They also do normal day tours, which is brilliant as well. But honestly, guys, go check them out. Absolutely amazing. Right.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, just joining in a bit. So, we've got Wild Bill joining us at last, and
you need to add in.
yeah. So another question. We've also been having storm weather here in Netherlands. Bloody hell, bless you. I did see. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Worst spirit you can get. There's quite a few. It depends on what you mean by worst spirits. But speaking of evil spirits, the one and only Wild Bill is here, and that is saying all of it. Bill, can you hear us at last?
It was my fault.
Hello?
My sound system had gone off. It gone off. Can you hear me?
Anything?
Nope.
I don't think.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
the
me?
storms have interrupted the signal and can't reach across the
I
ocean.
think we may have an audio problem.
Can you hear me?
He's looking good.
Hey, he's take his mask off, Bill, but we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Ah,
No, radio silence on Bill at the minute. Is I'm having. Anyone that doesn't know what that is, that's no speak, no hear. I know, yeah, Jet. Hi, Jet. Sorry, I didn't see you come in.
I can hear you.
You
Yeah.
cannot hear me.
You can hear us, but we can't hear Wild Bill.
Yeah, we
can
can't
you help
hear
hear
Wild
Wild
Bill.
Bill?
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
y'all.
Wild Bill
Y'all are fine. I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Got a bit of a wobble. Business.
Oh, I can
Oh,
hear.
no, it's frozen.
No, we seem to be having trouble with Wild Bill's connection again. We all seem to have troubles at the minute. Oh, I can hear
I
Bill.
can hear Bill.
So everyone can hear Bill,
But we can't hear Bill.
but we can't hear Bill.
Jack can hear
So-
us all.
Right, this is slightly
This
weird.
is really weird.
Sounds are okay on both sides on my device and good.
Okay, so
Evening.
people can hear.
Yeah,
Wild
evening.
Bill.
And
Hear
I'm
us.
freezing up.
We can't hear Wild Bill.
How does that work? That is strange. Sorry, guys. Like I say, we're having some massive technical difficulties for some bizarre reason. So everyone can hear Wild Bill, but Wild Bill can't hear us, and we can't
Oh, I can
him.
hear y'all. I can hear you.
Fantastic. There you go. Well, that's it.
I can hear you,
That's
Ben, and I
brilliant.
can hear Lou.
You can't hear one of your co-hosts.
Yes, I cannot hear the co-host.
And-
Tell Ben that I can hear him. Somebody in chat, tell Ben I
Hey,
can
peg a
I
sound,
can hear them.
No. Oh dear. StreamYard, you gotta love technology. Oh,
Oh, dear.
I can hear you. So Wild Bill, right? So
Oops.
Wild Bill can hear us, and he's going to use YouTube, YouTube to communicate to us. Bill can hear you. Brilliant. Why on earth this is happening for some reason? Because you guys can clearly hear us.
Oh, Buster, what are you doing?
You guys can clearly hear us. Again, Campbell, it depends on what you're after, in a sense, because it drops down to subcategories. When you go onto demonic spirits, there's so many subcategories of what it can be and can't be. It's hard to just pin that one spirit is the most evil going. It is quite hard when there's like 1,000 categories. Maybe it's because his audio ass doesn't go to the core, but does go to the StreamYard. He can hear you guys, but you can't hear him. Oh dear. All right, so yeah, we're having
Buster, what seriously are you doing, little boy?
massive technical difficulties. We're having puppy difficulties a minute because the pup keeps dragging his bed all over the house. Basically, I'm on a desktop. We have had this problem. No, this problem is brand new to all of us, to be honest. It's a bit strange that Wild Bill can't hear us, but we can hear him. It's very strange. Very, very strange. But yes. If Wild Bill, if you guys can hear Wild Bill, I'm leaving him coming back. Righto. I was just about to say if you can hear him, he'll be able to hear us and we can carry on. Yeah, next year, obviously, with us saying that we have got some of the lectures coming up at Stokes Haunted Museum as well. We're going to have a bit of a restructure as well here at the dimension. It's usually the worst demonic spirit out there. No. And Zuzu isn't actually a demonic spirit in any way, shape, or form. If that kind of answers that for you. There's a lot of Zuzu's made by a lot of Hollywood hysteria. Well, Hollywood films, then the hysteria after. Yeah, we've got a bit of a restructure. So I have officially stopped working away after 5 years. I'm now home every single night. So prepare for me coming on live with like bruises and that lot, because obviously I've been snoring in the night and Lou's had to beat me to wake me up.
Really be making out I do that to you, yeah?
No, you just poke me in the side with fingers and you've got really nails.
No, I've been sleeping really well lately. This past week.
Yes.
Why was that asking for habits?
It's because I'm just saying that I'm back.
Yeah.
So I'm actually at home every night. So we're going to start with more structured shows again. I've got my research papers going on again. I'm going to say this, and a lot of people that have known me for a long time are going to laugh at this. I am going to try and at least get a draft copy of my book done by the end of next year. I know everyone keeps going nuts at me for it because they want me to write a book.
To be fair, you have a lot going off this year that kind of put stops to like everything happening.
Yeah, this year's been a bit crap, to be honest. Let's get Wild Bill back in. Hopefully we can hear him this time. No sound again.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Well, my mic works.
Still problems. We have never had, in all the years we've had Wild Bill coming on this show, we've never had this problem ever. I don't know what the problem is. It seems to be really, really, really strange problem. But yeah, we're gonna have a bit more structure. Obviously, I'm gonna try and get my book sorted. It all depends, because obviously I get a lot of jip in the paranormal field. So his mic's working. I don't know what's cracking off.
Other people in the
Bill,
chat
if
room
you
can
can
hear
still
me.
hear him, we can still carry on. We'll just have to just go by comments for a minute. But yeah, you are hopefully going to be seeing a bit more Wild Bill on the other dimension, because he is going to come. is going to come on as a co-host every now and then when he feels like he wants to come on with us. He's more than welcome to. We're going to try and get Bob back on as well, because it would be brilliant to have the two legends, Wild Bill and Bob, back on the show.
Really? Stop yawning, honey.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Sunday.
We will give it a try.
Help us out with the problem on chat. Yeah. If anyone has any ideas what's cracking off, it would be much appreciated. Yeah. Wild Bill's going to be joining us on a lot more shows. I say we're going to get Bob back on as well. I'd like to get on Tristan again as well, our Bigfoot hunter. He was absolutely brilliant. James Campbell, he's
30
tried.
East
True
is
or
true.
True or fake? The jury's out on that. I've seen some people that have been there and it's been fake. Some people have been there and they've got brilliant evidence. When we went there, it was, pardon the pun, but dead as a dormouse. But then some people have been there and got amazing. For Craig, for example, has got probably one of the top photos from that place.
Oh, it just depends, like everywhere, like on the night itself, who's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's there and if
Like-
they're interested.
Like literally, like not spirits there, like people that go there, like if they're who's there, or if the spirit's interested in actually coming out and doing anything, making communication, or if they're just fed up and they're just gone away for the night.
That's evil spirits are probably me. Yeah, more than likely. More than likely.
Yeah,
I've had a friend go to the East Drive and had a great night there. Yep, see, as Bill says, there's all. It depends on who goes with you and who doesn't. We kind of went and it was lame. To be honest.
And also
I think that
too,
was due to the fact that the people we
also
kinda went
too,
with,
you got to remember that
because the young
things
lad
don't
that we
happen
were
all
with
the
didn't
time
really have much
that,
of a clue, did he?
that even the
Back
spirits
in the
take a
day.
break.
He's changed now. He seems to have got his under him, but I think it was the first show. It was the first public one for all of us.
Yeah, seeing as we weren't told it was supposed to be public,
Yeah.
we thought it was a private one.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey.
As well, obviously, don't forget this year we're hopefully going to be putting on our own one at Bishton Hall. We'll try and get that sorted. There will be tickets available for that one, guys, if anyone's up for it. As Wild Bill says, hi Grumpus.
Are we going to get back onto topic, or are you going to carry on rambling?
No, I'm just rambling.
You are rambling.
Lou's got some more information on Yule for you guys.
Seriously. I've drank most of it, just a little bit. But yeah, does Wild Bill have any sort of Yule or Christmas like spooky traditions over there?
Yeah.
Who has
Well,
it?
Bill, you could talk away. Talk away.
Okay. Well, because of my religion, I really don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate more of the Yule and the winter solstice, which winter solstice was yesterday, the 21st, which is when we have the shortest day of the year and the longest night of the year. So starting today, the days will be getting longer, and of course the nights will be getting shorter. But I do celebrate Christmas to a point because of my children and my granddaughter. But as far as Christmas is concerned, Christmas was actually done by the Christians, because 25th was Yuletide and pagan. So they wanted to get rid of the pagan belief, and they came up with Christmas, saying that Christmas was to be celebrated to but for the birth of Christ. Can you hear me now, Ben? Can you hear me now, being on YouTube through her phone? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
do it. Okay,
we've found a way of doing it. There's a little bit of a delay.
That's what we're going to have to do. Okay, but anyway, as I was saying, Christmas was actually done by the Christians, and it was to basically get rid of the pagan belief, because Jesus Christ was not born in December. to some, it's kind of controversial because of where the star was, the Eastern Star was, is that he was actually born either in March, well, anywhere from March to July, to be honest. He was born more during the summertime. And like I said, the Christians made December the 25th.
They reckon it's March 23rd, don't they?
28th. March 28th. But the Christians,
28th.
They did it basically to get rid of the pagan holiday of Yule. Because, of course, the pagans are not Christians. We are bad. We are not good. We are anti-Christians. But, hey, we were around a lot longer before Christianity. But, that's, yeah, Bass, that's how Christmas came along. It was done by the Christians and still celebrated that. And what's nice about it over here in the United States is that now they are starting to accept a belief that has been going on in Europe for many, many years, which I love. And that's Krampus night. And that's another good story because Krampus over here.
Yeah, it's starting to become massive in America, isn't it?
Do what? Yeah, it's become really big. But a lot of people in the United States did not know who Krampus was. They did not realize that Krampus was actually, the way I was taught, Krampus rode in the sled with Santa. And I'll wait for Ben to hook back up again. Well, he is on a little delay. But anyway, I was always raised that Krampus.
Sorry about that. Just telling a puppy off.
It's all right. But Krampus actually rode in the sleigh with Santa. And what it would be is that when Santa would visit a household, that he would give gifts to the nice children. And the naughty children would be picked up by Krampus. And there's a lot of different, depending on what country you go with, is how bad is Krampus really. Because some countries even consider, well, actually Christianity, the reason why Krampus wasn't here in the United States for quite a while, being the United States is a big Christian country, is that Christianity had tagged Krampus as being evil and being tied in with Satan. And that's where, I'll tell you, that's where the chains and the bells come from, is because that is his link to be there, where Jesus or God chained him to Satan. That is his link to Satan. But Krampus, I'm not going to say is evil or satanic. He's not. Like I said, I believe as Krampus being the opposite side of Santa Claus, because everybody knows you've got to, when you have good, you've got to have evil. And because if you don't have evil, if you don't have the counterpart, the other one cannot exist. So on that note, I believe the deal of Santa and Krampus as being together. And Santa now, Santa Claus, there you go. That is another Christian tag, because before Christianity came around, Santa Claus was not in existence. As a matter of fact, Santa Claus, the name Santa Claus, really didn't come around real good until the 19th century is when Santa Claus really started being used. Because before then, you had St. Nick, Kris Kringle, different variations depending on what country you were going to. They had their own, had their own language, so they had their different names. But that is really how I know of it and how I've always been taught of how it was. And that's pretty much it. Now, in the comments, does anybody have a question for me, since it really can't be asked by Ben and Lou? Well, they can, but there would be a delay.
What it is, we can hear you, but we have about 5-second delay.
Right. So, is there any questions out there so far, ladies and gentlemen of the chat? Ben and Lou, is there any questions y'all have for me?
Not for you, Bill, but we've got another one from James Campbell. How do you know if someone is possessed by a demon?
That ain't Christmas. That ain't Yule. But there again, go ahead and answer that. I mean, I can also answer that one too. But,
I'm going to say it's paranormal. I did say paranormal, but again, there's multiple ways. It depends on what
about paranormal,
in a sense, spirit entity that is. So it just depends on the entity that's in possession.
Okay, now on my answer on that one is how do you know if someone is possessed? You go through, well, actually, if you want to call it a test, there is a test that is done, an inquiry, an investigation done on the person. I'm certified to actually do an inquest on possession. I've done it before. And there's certain things, because some people who are considered possessed is not a demon. It's actually more of a psychological problem. So when an inquest is done, you have a priest around, which that would be where I would come in at. You would actually have a doctor around, psychologist, psychologist, he would be there. And you would have a layman there, a regular common person. And at that point, you would actually do an investigation or a testing of, because if it gets tagged as a demonic possession and an exorcism is to be done on a person, but yet they are not possessed, it's more of a psychological problem where medicines or that kind of thing can take care of the problem. By doing an exorcism on somebody who is not possessed can actually cause more problems than good, because when you start doing an exorcism, you're actually opening the door for something that if it wasn't there, it could now be there. And if the person is psychologically weakened to the point that people think he is possessed, or they are possessed, that they are possessed, they are in a weakened state. So by opening an exorcism, you're opening the door, you are now giving a chance for I hate the word demon, a demon to enter that person and to take them over. So at that point, now you have actually worsened the problem, and now you have caused more problems than you originally had at the beginning. So that's the reason why it takes so long for somebody to be judged as being possessed, because there's so much stuff you need to do to actually determine, yes, this person is possessed, or no, that person is not possessed. Because you would hate to say no, and then they go for medical treatment, and all of a sudden you find out they were possessed, because they're again an opposite. The opposite can happen with that they get worse, because now you have added on problems through a psychologist or medicine, which wasn't needed, and now they can give them medicines and stuff which will mask the possession, which will allow the demon to take more hold of the person. So you know, it's kind of a slippery slope. It really is. And for I mean, it's nothing you really want to play around with.
It's a difficult path to walk into, really, Bill. Where you're always better off getting medical assistance.
Well, you start with medical, and if the medical, well, again, Ben, it really depends on how bad it is. You have to have if you want to call it an inquisition, something like that. But to start off with, you really need as I said, a test. You need to go in, a priest, and somebody who is familiar with demons and exorcism, and a person who is familiar with the mind. And see, now that's where I kind of luck out at, because I do have a degree in psychology from the university. Plus, I am also certified in demonology and exorcisms. And I am registered for exorcisms. Now, I cannot do an exorcism because of my age. I am so old, I am weak. Now, I can do the test or the inquisition to find out, are they possessed? I can help in an exorcism. But as far as being the main priest who does the exorcism, I could not do it, because things could go horribly wrong for me if I did. Because I'm older now, and, what can I say? Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, Winter Solstice to you too, Marshall Jim Cahill.
Big shout out to Marshall.
And now seeing the last name of Cahill, is Marshall your name,
Hope
or
to
is
spend some
Marshall
more time with
as
him
in
next
like
year, get him on the show as well.
Okay. Yes. Okay, Bass. Okay, here's one. Go to Bass Meek. He really interesting story. That is one thing. That is one of the things that did get Santa Claus his name. That is true. Santa Claus. That is how basically they took Santa Claus and created the name of Santa Claus. You all right, Bass? That is where that's where Santa Claus really came from, was from that celebration, or as y'all called him, Santa Claus. And I can't remember what country that is. I can look it up I can look over here on my notes real quick, because I do have some notes for today. But in one of them, I do remember it showing that Santa Claus was really the original form, the kind of origination of the name Santa Claus. And that is also the one that the Christian picked up, was the name Santa Claus. And even though Saint Nick was actually a saint, and I don't know why they didn't go with that, knowing that the Catholic religion was so big over here, and that the Catholic religion was the one who actually kind of started Christianity. I don't know why they didn't go with Saint Nick or Saint Nicholas, but they kind of used the Santa Claus, as you said, that and brought out the name Santa Claus. So yes, you are right, Beth. You are good on that one. And now, James, did I help you any on how do you know if someone is possessed by a demon? Did I help you out on that?
Right, guys. Unfortunately, we're going to have to call that the end of the show.
Oh no, we started late. We started late. No, we
Time's a bit
started
tight
late. We
for us
got
this
15
week.
more minutes. No,
Um,
15,
We're
no, 15
prevailing
more
for
minutes. We started
difficulties.
late.
Yes,
We started late. 15 more minutes.
because we've got to. Yeah, we've got to leave. That's the thing. We've got to be on the road in the next 5 minutes to get over to a friend's house.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, hopefully next year we'll have more of Wild Bill, and we'll get a bit more structure behind the shows, and it will be bigger and better hopefully next year. Because this year has been one hell of a rocky road, I think, for all of us. Hopefully it prevails next year and we've got a bit more stability to all our lives, as long as with the world as well. But as always, thank you, Wild Bill, for joining us. Again, sorry about the technical difficulties at the start.
It was my fault.
Hopefully everyone has a nice Christmas, and you all spend time with your family over Christmas. Don't forget that it is all about family, really.
Family.
That's it from me and Lou. Wild Bill, any last words?
Thank you. Everybody have a happy and safe holiday. Enjoy the family, because this is really what the season is for the celebration of family. And if you're a Christian, celebrate Christ's birthday, even though it was March 28th. Happy belated birthday to Jesus Christ. But yes, I plan on coming on more often. I will be on anytime Ben and Lou wants me to. If it's every week, fine. If it's once a year, fine. It's up to Ben and Lou. So on that note, happy holidays. Have a safe holiday. Be careful if you're out and about, because there is a bunch of crazy people out there. Luckily, myself, this one crazy person, I will be inside, so you don't have to worry about me.
Righto, guys, we'll see you next year. Be safe, be good, and peace out.